Hi everybody! A month ago I released a program called AutoDD Rev 2, and it's a program that helps you find trending and popular stock tickers on Reddit. Since then, a Reddit user by the name of har02052 decided to conduct a little experiment using my program. Now he came up with a systematic way of investing into these risky penny stocks and taking greed and emotion out of the equation. Now this method requires very little effort, it doesn't require any technical analysis, and it doesn't require doing research or having knowledge on any of these stocks or companies. But it does require you to keep a daily watch on your portfolio and keep track of these stock prices. Now you also need to know how to set stop losses. Okay, so here's how it works. My Python script searches individual subreddits. So he has it searching our penny stocks, and he has it set to a 48-hour interval. Now he has his own buy-in and sell points. So for him, he purchases, so to start his portfolio, he purchased the top 15 stocks that appear on the trending list. So he has a budget, or he has a portfolio value of $1,500. So he would buy 15 stocks at $100 each. Now, if the stock doubles, so the stock price increases more than 100%, then he'll sell his original investment. So he'll get back the money he originally invested, and he lets the stock keep running. Now, if it doubles again, going another 100%, he'll take out half of that and then let it keep running. And when he sells the stock is if it drops 40%. So let's say he buys the stock, it drops 40%, then he'll sell that stock right away because it'll hit his stop loss. If the stock increases 100% and he takes out half of it, and the free shares half drops 40%, then it also hits his stop loss and he'll end up selling that stock. Now another way of selling the stock is if it drops out of the top 25 trending list, then he'll end up selling the stock as well. Now it's been a couple days since har02052 started this experiment. Actually, it's been about 2 weeks, and he has updated his Reddit post every couple of days, and in the 2 weeks he's made 80% of his original portfolio value, and he's sitting at about $3,400 right now, which is amazing. So let's go over his updates. Okay, so day one, he sets up his portfolio, so he buys $1,500 worth of top 15 stocks. On the first day, after he bought in, it kind of traded sideways for the day, so there was pretty much nothing to report. Now on the second day, his portfolio increased 19% overall, and his account value shot up to around $1,900. His biggest winners were ZOM, BIOL, GMTI, and his biggest losers were PTE, MJLB, LMFA. Now he concluded that these tickers have kind of ran up already in the last couple of days, meaning they increased, the price increased a lot already. It was kind of natural for them to have a correction or a drop in stock price, which triggered his stop loss, and he ended up selling them. Okay, on day 4, he had a 36% return on his investment, and that's amazing already. His total portfolio is now worth $2,577. He mentioned there was a couple tickers that had 100% return on investment, which is amazing. And he did take profit by selling half of them, like he said, and he did leave some and let it keep going. Now he did specifically mention ZOM, which he did take 100% profit on, but the rest of the free shares, it did drop down 40%, so it ended up hitting his stop loss, and he ended up selling it. But overall, ZOM was still profitable in this case because he got his money back, and the free shares, which hit the stop loss, was still his profit. Now he also mentioned IONI, which he bought in on the 4th day, and on the 4th day alone, it ran up 222%, which is amazing. So because his portfolio went up in value to $2,577, he had to readjust his buy-ins because he's only supposed to hold around 15 stock tickers. So each of his buy-ins are now $125 to $135. Now he posted another update on the 8th day, which he mentioned he had a 43% increase on his original investment, and his portfolio value is now worth $2,720. He mentioned a lot of the stocks have peaked in his portfolio and ended up dropping 40%, which hit his stop loss, and he then sold. Okay, so his most recent update was day 14. He mentioned an amazing 80% return on his original investment, and his portfolio value is now worth $3,429. He did mention his biggest winners in this period of time was OZSC and BNGO. And if you heard about BNGO, you'll know that stock ticker has been on an amazing run in the past couple of days. Now he did mention that there was a couple tickers that he bought in at the peak, and it dropped 40%, which hit his stop loss, which he then sold. But even with all these losing tickers, because of his big winnings, as you might say, it's still overall very profitable for him. And with his new portfolio value of $3,429, his new buy-in prices are around $165 to $170. Now to conclude, the experiment's still ongoing, but we can already see some consistent positive results. Some changes that he said he might make is that he might look at the trending list as well as look for a decent DD or a decent research on the ARP penny stocks subreddit. But yeah, this experiment has netted around 40% returns every week for him. Now, to put that into perspective, if you had $1,000 to start and you make 40% return every week consistently, you would have $40 million at the end of the year. That's how amazing it is. Now, this is not financial advice, and maybe it depends on luck. It might have something to do with the market conditions, but you can definitely see how powerful this experiment has been. And the experiment is still ongoing, so we don't have any solid conclusions for you guys, but we can see already there's some consistent positive results. Now I'm going to keep a close eyes on this experiment as it's still ongoing and update you guys along the way. But I hope this was helpful to you guys, and make sure you tune in for the next one. Bye!